Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Dr. Krishnella.
Really honored to be here. It looks awkward when they read about yourself. So really, but I think, I want to thank respected our Ramarao Garu. And I think our Anand Mahindra said, Gurnani said, Nalanda University started in Bihar and Takshashila was also Bihar. And I think we lost out the innovation of education. But I hope now it re-emerges back from Mahindra University from Telangana. I want to thank Anand Mahindra, Professor MAITHRI, and Gurnani, Vinit Nair Saab, and Jayesh Ranjan, and all the executive committee board, advisory council, faculty, staff, parents, students, and all the parents. Particularly, I should be grateful to, because you all should be grateful to your parents. More important, that's very important. I'll tell you why. My address is going to be on innovation and entrepreneurship. We don't grow as a developed nation unless we have a higher GDP growth, unless double digit. The double digit growth can come only on innovation. Innovation only can create the double digit growth. So you have got a degree from Mahindra University, you get a knowledge and a skill set. That is what you get from Mahindra University. But what is the third part, which is important for innovation, is the imagination. Imagination, I'll give a simple example. Because many people want to, because university teaches you innovation in any classroom, in a classroom setting. It's what I'm trying to tell the young kids. Imagination is there in front of you. You're right there. Look at a Golconda. Golconda Fort, 2 kilometers down, you can clap and somebody can hear. There was no Mahindra University graduate student those days. There's no IT sound engineers those days. It's just imagination, how they created that type of thing. Imagination is like an architect. You tell the house how you want to construct a house. An architect imagines of your dream and he builds the drawing. Exactly, that is what imagination. Another one, I will tell you a good example. Lord Ganesha. We only pray Ganesha when we want more marks. Or when you want admission in the Mahindra University, you pray for the Lord Ganesha. But you don't look at it in a scientific angle. It's a transplantation, head transplant, an elephant head transplanted on the human. It's a true head transplantation. Look at a kidney, liver, pancreas, it's all organ transplants. The similar thing, okay? And I can give a lot of examples, but we lost a lot of, India was the most innovative country in the world. That's how the many invention happened. Zero was invented, steel industry was invented, ink is invented, and cataract surgery was invented by Indians. Everything was invented, but we lost out somehow. And I think you look at the present situation, how many people, Telugu people here? You know Manchinona? You heard about Manchinona? Everybody grandmother said Manchinona. Nugul Nora is called Manchinona. Nobody knows why it is Manchinona. Nobody knows. Grandmother said, we follow that. In Tamil we call Nallanna, Malayalam also Vallanna, and Kannada is called Vallanna. All languages says it's a good oil. Nobody asked the question, why it is good oil? We have become, just carrying the forward, not asking question. So your innovation right there. Look at canola oil. Canada, a $64 billion business of canola oil. It's nothing but mustard oil. They took the seed from India, mustard seed. If you call mustard seed, all look at North India and East India, everything pickle is made with mustard oil. That mustard oil is a purely, the grandmother knows it's a good oil, but nobody knows the science. But Canadians said they don't want to compete with Indian mustard oil. They call Canadian oil called Cano, and Oleiaceae is a family, an oil, so called canola oil. It's a $64 billion. Right Indian crop, right there, and we are watching that crop. And we don't innovate anything ourselves. The simple thing, like we drink orange juice. Why we drink orange juice? Americans drinking orange juice, Europeans are drinking, so it should be good for me also, I'm drinking orange juice. And I think we're copying even drinking the orange juice also. And the no orange juice what is made in this country comes from Brazil and Chinese concentrate, nothing from India. Whatever Nagpur orange is grown, it is grown as a fruit crop, not as a juice. And today, Musambi juice, jamun. Have you seen a Tetra Pak in India? We have not seen a Tetra Pak. Because Americans have not made a Tetra Pak using kino fruit in Punjab. Kino fruit Punjab juice, we have not made anything. It is there in front of our eyes, all the things what you can see. And I think we don't see that. Right now, samosa, we're eating with a ketchup. Earlier we used to eat with chutney, now with a ketchup. So Americans made ketchup, we should use it. Now no chutney. And I think, everything is there in front of us, but we don't watch. What happens is right now in the country, the best thing is the future is great. I'll tell you why future is great. And I think, parents in this house, in this room, they don't mind selling their house. They don't mind pledging a jewelry in a bank and put their children for education. That's a contribution of the parents. And that means parents want to contribute back to the children. We are a knowledge seeker. The parents, suppose you say you want to start a business, parents will think 2 times to sell their property. But you want to go for education, they don't mind even 1 time. They'll pledge their house and put you for children for education. Today you are in Mahindra University, thanks to their contribution also. I think that's very important, parents. So the parents are going to keep alive this country's future of innovation, and that is going to change the game. And how about the present today, how to kill innovation? And everybody was having 2 mobile phones. And you shake the mobile phone if it doesn't signal. And you're always busy with the mobile phone and emails. And when you have busy with that, you don't see anything nature. You don't see the nature, you don't get any innovation. You don't get imagination power. That imagination power, reduce your mobile, reduce your social media, you'll see more nature and you'll get more ideas. And I think, you have tremendous opportunity. Last one year, I'll tell you a few examples where the globe stands on innovation. I'm telling amazing in last pandemic time in 1 year. MIT has come out, duct tape. Somebody has got a surgery, you make a suture. You don't need a suture. You put a duct tape, you're done with it. No surgeon is required. And human genome sequence in Stanford, they sequenced the entire human genome in 5 hours. That means today you can give blood sample, evening you know what genetic disorders you have in 1 day. The science is revolutionizing. Look at artificial intelligence, the way the defibrillator in Sweden delivered by drone into the rural remote area where the automatic defibrillator was delivered. And in Switzerland, there are paralysis patients, 3 patients, totally paralyzed. And they put electrode and made an artificial intelligence and put a software according to each individual. They made a software and they made them to walk now, they swim and they do cycling now. You see how the life is changing in last 1 year? A lot of other examples are there. That is not important. But I'll tell you one thing, you have great opportunity. One, the future is going to be clean energy. You've got biology, data mining, and as our Anand Mahindra said, AI, machine learning is going to change the game. Financial technology, agriculture and food. Simple example in agriculture. One can predict a cropping pattern by using a satellite map. How much is the crop is going to come in cotton crop in Telangana. We predict that, we can predict what the commercial value of that crop is going to be, what the pricing of that is going to be. And even a crop growing in a village situation, you can predict what weather condition and the soil condition, you can predict what the crop is going to be, pattern is going to be. Simple example, not a very high technology. Simple things can happen. My take-home message for you people, you have only 4 options as a kids who are getting graduated. One is higher education, you may want to go, that's absolutely open for everybody. And second is a multinational job and a corporate job. And third is joining a startup. Fourth is entrepreneurship. I prefer the last option, being an entrepreneur. And that is the future. That is where you are going to create more jobs for the country, more jobs to the country. And I worked all the 4 systems. I was a startup, I went to higher education, I worked in multinational in Bayer, and I worked as a startup, and now I'm an entrepreneur. And I think you have great chance to be there. And I think my example of journey is truly rewarding for the people. And I think you should think, everyone, don't go behind the money. If you go behind money, you will not innovate anything in the life. Anything you see a society problem, you try to solve that, you become innovator. And automatically the money comes out as a package in that. Okay? So be innovative and bring some credibility. Today, one thing I'm telling you, you are grateful as Anand Mahindra student because not only Mahindra's university student, you are Anand Mahindra students. And I think the legend of Anand Mahindra is going to be helpful to you. This legend is not there in IIT. There is no legend in IIT Hyderabad or IIT Delhi. I gave IIT Bombay convocation address also. I told them, you don't have a legend. But we have a legend here, Anand Mahindra. And we have a minister, KTR. And I think the greatness of Telangana, we are IT and pharma world, biotech world, now vaccine world, now what I'm seeing emerging out is an education hub and also a healthcare hub. Thank you very much. I wish you all the best here.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring speech, touching upon words like imagination, innovation, revolution, and entrepreneurship. And for us, for the graduating students, to take on the legacy of Sri Anand Mahindra. I now invite Sri C.P. Gurnani, CEO of and Managing Director of Tech Mahindra, to introduce the chief guest, Sri K.T. Ramarao.
Hi, good morning again. So, most of you probably know our chief guest a lot better through his witty answers on the various news channels and interviews. You know him as a visionary. Most of you have also known him as a tireless soldier and the president of the party. So I thought, I'm going to actually share with you how I got to know him and why I consider our chief guest to be the master of energy, master of innovation, master of inspiration, and in a lot of ways, a master creator of the new Telangana. I did talk to you about 2014. I did talk to you about then Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao inviting me over as the CEO of then Mahindra Satyam and Tech Mahindra to come and have a cup of tea with him. And I had a great conversation. But prior to that, just about a week ago, my admin comes to my office and says, Honorable Minister for Information Technology and Panchayat Raj, Mr. K.T. Ramarao wants to talk to you. And I said, all right. So I do get on the phone and I said, yes, Honorable Minister. He said, no, call me Ram. Obviously before coming on the call, I read the full biodata. I knew about his 6 years of working in US. I knew about his education in Hyderabad till graduation and further education in US, but I didn't expect an informality of somebody saying, call me Ram. The next thing was the minister saying, we need to meet. I said, sure, tell me, sir. I'll come across to your office. He said, no, I'll come to your office. And he did come. And he immediately. So that is our Honorable Minister, President of the party, and he came to meet me. And honestly, that is the first time it happened to me in my career where the minister came calling. The important part was not only just the minister coming calling. The minister was prepared. That is, KTR was prepared. That's why I said, call him a master of innovation. Because he came in and he said, what do you think about IIIT? And that time, we had Dr. Raj Reddy, Professor Raj Reddy as, one of our board members. And as many of you would remember, Professor Raj Reddy was the founder of IIIT. So I said, oh, that's great. It's a great institution. I've been there a few times. He said, what can we do to make Hyderabad the innovation capital of the world? Now that is where his vision is. And so what you see T-Hub today, and why T-Hub is different is not because government created it. He actually empowered 5 of us along with Jayesh Ranjan to create it. The initial investment, government's investment was 42 crores for the infrastructure, 5 crores and the matching funds had to be given by us. So 1 crore each, I don't know, Jayesh, if I remember it correctly, 1 crore each, 5 of us contributed, and what you see as the innovation capital of the world, AI capital of the world, and in a lot of ways, the metaverse capital of the world, and the T-Hub that you just recently saw the inauguration, 350 crore campus, that is all because KTR is a master of innovation. So same thing, when I used to go and talk to him about engineering college, and I told you, I had various pressures or motivators, master of motivation, Honorable Chief Guest, KTR, because every time I went to him and spoke about Mahindra Ecole Central as an engineering college, he said multiveracity. He used to talk about biotech and pharma to me. And honestly, I mean, there was a global, I went to invite him for a global IT conference, and he said, we need to do a global biotech conference. And I'm just sharing these incidents with you so that you can understand the man behind and the person who has this clear vision. So today when Dr. Krishna Ella talks about biotech and pharma city, please remember the man who has been pushing it is our chief guest, KT Rama Rao. So he would claim he has more stories on me. I promise you I have more stories on him. But today is not the day to trade stories. It's my honor, and on behalf of all of you, let's welcome the chief guest, KT Rama Rao.
Good afternoon, good morning. That felt like my convocation actually. CP was so kind. Thank you, respected Mr. Anand Mahindra. Thank you, sir, for gracing us with your presence, the Chancellor of this university, the Vice Chancellor, the guest of honor, Shri Krishna Ella Garu, Dr. Krishna Ella, CP Gurnani, my dear friend, Vineet Nair ji, Honorable Principal Secretary Jayesh Ranjan, to all the dignitaries on the dais, to the faculty, to the staff, to the non-teaching staff, to the proud parents, and most importantly, to all the graduating students, thank you very much for inviting me and thank you very much for having us here. Now, first of all, my heartfelt congratulations to all the students who have successfully passed their courses and are receiving their degrees today. My special congratulations also to all the award winners who have shown excellence in their endeavors. Amongst the private universities that have been set up in the state of Telangana, Mahindra University occupies a place of pride. The Mahindra Group is reputed for business excellence in diverse fields, and there is no doubt that the university is also run with the same passion and commitment in achieving excellence and in making all the students lifelong votaries of excellence in whatever they do. Mr. Anand Mahindra himself embodies another very important virtue, which is that of compassion. In fact, when he was speaking, I was listening in very intently. Now, when he talked about a combination of art and science and what he wants to bring about in Mahindra University, eventually a blend of both. I remember a conversation that I had with a friend of mine. Now, this friend of mine had told me that there are two kinds of people in the world, artists and then there are the scientists. Artists who think with their heart and scientists who basically let their mind dominate. I think what Mr. Anand Mahindra was alluding to today is he wants Mahindra University to create that new blend, that new breed of people, which is a good combination of heart and mind, which is a blend of art and science, a new breed which is a combination of artists and scientists, and hopefully all of you and the future classes of Mahindra University, future students of Mahindra University will become an embodiment of that. Good luck to you, sir. on that effort, and I hope you'll set a benchmark. I hope you'll raise the bar in India for other universities, for other academic institutions. Mr. Mahindra's life has been spent in making our country proud by coming out with products and services that are truly world-class. He is a visionary in that many of his ideas are futuristic, anticipating the needs of the world decades ahead of time. I'm sure that the university also has fostered a strong culture of compassion, innovation, and inquisitiveness in the hearts and minds of all the students here. Young India, I call India young because, as you all know, if you look at our population today, 1.4 billion India, 50% of India is less than the age of 27. 65% of India is less than the age of 35. That's why I call our country a young country. As the world is getting older, India is getting younger. And youth in our country especially are brimming with ideas, are brimming with energy, are wanting to take on the world and have an aspiration that is truly global. They have a voice and want to be heard across the world. They are no more passive observers of events going by, but possess a strong desire to be at the center stage and make a difference and an impact globally. In a way, this augurs very well for the country as we are very close to the cherished milestone of 75 years of independence of our glorious nation. These milestones are also occasions when we have to think about our future and how we collectively intend to make the future much more than what the past has been. The youth are going to shape the future immensely. Not only our country's future, but Indian youth have the unique ability and the unique opportunity of shaping the future of the modern world. The youth and how we groom them today, what ideals and aspirations we sow in their hearts and minds, and what kind of responsibilities we bestow upon them at an early age will matter the most in how young people will contribute to the noble task of nation building. While our country, India, has done rather well in the last 75 years in general, yet the reality is we are still a developing nation. We are still, by global standards, a third world country. Somewhere or the other, we seem to have lost track of the most important priorities and have focused on issues that distract us and cause divisiveness amongst ourselves. Let me share a piece of statistic which might be of interest to you. Back in 1987, about 35 years ago, when most of you were not born here, actually all of you were not born here, India and China, countries of similar size in terms of population, had a similar size of economy as well, $470 billion, exactly the same size. But cut to 35 years later, today China is at $16 trillion GDP and India is only at $3 trillion. And we still keep dreaming the 5 trillion dream. Now, I don't want to point fingers. I don't want to say anything which is political, but I have to say this. I think the future of India will augur well for us if we are not distracted from economics. Politics can wait. It can happen once every 6 months in 5 years. But the remaining 4.5 years, I think the nation, its polity, its political leadership, in fact, has to remain focused on economics, on creation of employment, on issues that really matter to our future. While the politicians of this country are largely to be held accountable for their inability to arrive at a consensus on national priorities and then devoting their energies in achieving them, we also cannot ignore a sense of apathy amongst the general population in allowing things to come to such a state. Amongst many of the perceived problems about India, one that is commonly noted is that the brightest minds, implying all the people like you, are working endlessly to solve the problems of the rich, while collectively completely ignoring the problems of the poor. As I mentioned, hardly anyone has focused on building houses and toilets for the poor, but there are hundreds and thousands of bright engineers and architects who are constructing villas in gated communities for the rich. It is time that we also change our lopsided priorities and ensure that the task of nation building remains supreme for everyone. While we all speak about India as one nation, which it is, we should also accept another reality, that within our country of India, there are 28 different Indias, meaning there are 28 states within India which are extremely diverse and have their own levels of development. There are few states today who have focused on good governance, balancing the priorities between welfare, development, have designed people-centric programs, and have implemented all their ideas and goals with perfect execution. I feel very proud to share with you that our young state of Telangana today has become a role model state in the country for the rest to emulate. I know that students of Mahindra University come from different parts of the country, but I would encourage all of you to look at the opportunities that are available in Telangana, in Hyderabad. Telangana is the champion state in promoting innovation and entrepreneurship amongst the youth. Like no other government of the day, our state has invested heavily in creating world-class institutions where young minds who have the passion to make a difference are encouraged in every possible way to make their dreams a reality. It will be a matter of tremendous satisfaction if many of you could join hands with us in creating a future which was envisaged by the founding fathers of our country 75 years ago. I do hope that each of you will step out into this world as young people, not only having great knowledge and skills, but also as young people who want to contribute to the betterment of the society and become change makers. Once again, I wish you all the very best for your future. Jai Telangana, Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for your sharing your mind, expressing your desire for all the graduating students to join hands so that the development paradigm is shifted towards the poor. I now request, So someone said like this: talent will bring you to the door of opportunity, but hard work will take you to the top of the ladder. We'd like to honor some of our exceptionally excellent students for their stupendous achievement. Their hard work / smart work, determination and perseverance is being paid off today. I request the Vice Chancellor to announce the names of the outstanding students of 2016, 2017 and 2018 batches respectively.
Can I request our Honorable Chief Guest, KTR Garu, to do the medal presentation? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, medal winners, batch 2016, topper Santosh Manas Sameta of EEE, CGPA 9.71. Santosh is pursuing his Masters in Electrical and Computer Engineering at the University of California, Davis, and his parents are here to receive the degree, Mr. Subramaniam, Mrs. Rajalakshmi Dasri. Big hand, please. Big hand. Santosh is also the topper of EEE. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Civil engineering topper with a CGPA of 9.64, Sriram Naga Venkata Swaroop. His parents are here, Mr. Sudhakar, Mrs. Prabha. Sriram Sriram is pursuing his Master's in Structural Engineering at the Imperial College of London. A big hand, please. Thank you, sir. Mechanical engineering topper, Mr. Nageshwar Rao Iranki with a CGPA of 9.63. His parents are here, Mr. Subbarao and Mrs. Aparna, to receive the degree. Nageshwar Rao Iranki is pursuing his Master's in Aerospace Engineering at the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign, USA. Big hand, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, guys. Come on. Topper in computer science with a CGPA of 9.26, Hemant Chaturvedula, working as an ML engineer at PayPal, Chennai. Batch 2017 topper and mechanical engineering topper, Hussein Noble with a CGPA of 9.88. His sister, Ms. Tasneen Noble, and mother, Dr. Rahela Noble, are here to receive the degree. Hussein is doing an MS in mechanical engineering and robotics at Columbia University, USA. Topper in civil engineering, Shalin Matthew with a CGPA of 9.4. His father and mother, Mr. Bessie Matthew, Ms. Gigi Matthew, are here to receive the degree. Shalin is doing MS in civil engineering at Columbia University, USA. Topper in Triple E, Madhunika A with a CGPA of 9.75. Father, Mr. Anjanaya Prasad, mother, Mrs. Nagalakshmi here. Madhunika is doing an MS in Embedded and Cyber Physical Systems at the University of California, Irvine, USA. Civil engineering topper, Y. Rahul with a CGPA of 9.39. Rahul is going to pursue his MS in civil engineering at Purdue University, West Lafayette campus in the US. Triple E topper, Moria Pratik Velagaletti with a CGPA of 9.37. Pratik is going to pursue his MS in Electrical and Computer Engineering at Purdue University, West Lafayette campus in the US.
Unless he once he's so.
Let the degree recipients be presented.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, I, as the Dean, Ecole Central School of Engineering, present to you the candidates of the student batches, namely 2016, 2017, and 2018, who have duly qualified to receive the degree of Bachelor of Technology of Mahindra University in Civil Engineering, Electrical, Electronics Engineering, Mechanical Engineering, and Computer Science and Engineering. 408 in person and 242 in absentia, totaling 650 as listed in the scroll. I would now like to call up the 2016 batch of students in person to queue up near the dais and receive their degree when each of your name is announced by me. Civil Engineering 2016 batch, Yashwant Raju. Aditya Singh, Aditya Singh, Anif Shaikh, Sriram Akhilesh, Sid Vilas Reddy, Santosh Kumar, Vamsi P, Likita Sai, Santosh Kumar, Vamsi P, Likita Rai, Sudhanshu Reddy, Manasvi Swaraj, Monisha Yogi, Suresh Krishna, Nagarjuna, Parthasarathi, Prasuna Sai, Preeti J, Sanjana Reddy, Guru Baswant, Triyaman Chandani, V. Monica, Venkata Saicharan, Sumant CH. Next would be Mechanical Engineering BTech. Anirudh B. Hemant Kumar. Bamshi Pritam. Jugal Sai. Kartikeya Bhardwaj. Naval Pattar. Sai Krishna. Rishabh Jain. Sai Madhavan. Sai Rohan Gautam. Saket Siddharth. Saik Fahim Roshan. Venkat Karun. Sohini Chintala. Vishal M. Computer science, no? Ah, where is CSA? Electrical? Where is this? Maybe here. No, just here. I got it. Now start the Bachelor of Technology in Computer Science and Engineering, R.D. Jain. Abhimanyu B. Datta Deepak. Ananya P. You'll go next. Yeah. Wait. Tripura Tanmay. G. Rohit. Himesh Chaudhary. Ritik Narayan. Jahnavi M. Shwetam Jhanshi M. Krishna Vamshi. Harsh Chaitanya Reddy. Pranit Reddy. Raghu Ram. Ram Manohar Reddy. Manikia Rishabh. Sai Shiva Kalyan. Huh? Shiva, the name is... Oh, Shrija. Okay, Shrija Gurijala. Yeah, okay, sorry. Taruneshwar Reddy. Tanvit Gupta. Manvit Gupta, sorry. Wait. Jayanta N. Shrikant Denduluri. That completes the 2016 batch. Yeah. Oh, we have two more edition last minute. Yeah. Vineet Rao. Rishiraj. Yeah. Okay. Rishiraj. Okay. Rishiraj. So that completes the 2016 batch graduating students.
BTech in Civil Engineering 2017 batch. Bandareddy Haswant Sai. Danish Hassan. Kalidindi Vikas Varma. Kokirala Akshit. Abhinav Kolla. Kunduru Abhijit Reddy. Abhinav Kolla. Kunduru Abhijit Reddy. Muhammad Ayub Ifan. Neeru Konda Sweta. Peddireddy Sahiti Reddy. Prasanna Aditya Varma Alluri. Rohit Suram. Sahars Nandaram.
Let me present you the electrical students. So, Adappa Veda Supraja. Aziz Mortaza. Bhavita Kuchipudi. Okay. Chaitra Deepika. Gali Shri Medha. Gangalapuri Neha. Guru Teja Chaudhary. Ivan Kurian. Ivan Kurian. Jagati Surya Teja. KTD Anjali Reddy. Manogana Chaudhary Potluri. Nikhil Kotha. Lokaditya Reddy. Sai Shirni. Sai Shirni. Rahul Sangamakar. Rahul. Reddy Chandra Mauli. Sai Prakash Reddy. Shalini Gupta Tatipalli. Shubhang Yadav. Shalini, afterwards Shubhang Yadav. Then Sharad. Sharad. Saundarya Lahari. Saundarya Lahari. Then Shravya. Vaishnavi Kola. Yash Agarwal. Vaishnavi Kola. Yash Agarwal. Yash Agarwal. Bharat Kumar Reddy. Bharat Kumar Reddy.
Here presenting 2017 mechanical undergraduates, Adarsh Reddy BMS, Agneyan Dilip, Atul Kautilya Madhur, Pranay Reddy, Chandrakiran Reddy, Pranay Reddy, Dhruv Kumar Nanapaneni, Hemant Nimmagadam, J.K. Uday Kumar Singh, Jakka Neha Reddy, Jayant Krishna Adusumalli, Karunya Karthik, Karthik Sunil, Krishna Saket Chaganti, Kura Manivas, MSP Aditya Samhit, Manne Bhargav Sai,
मत्स्य साई नित्यमणि सहित नेहा हेब्बर, पेम्माक तेजेश्वर रेड्डी, ऋत्विक गंड्रा, साई महेश चंद्र कोल्ला, साई विजय कुमार सूरीनीला, संदीप साई, शरत नायर, शशांक सादिनेनी, श्रेय कुलकर्णी, शिवश्री प्रसन्न मद्दिला, सोमसाई, सृजन कुमार, श्रीकरी वल्लूरिपल्ली, टंकाल प्रवीण कुमार, ताई वेंकट प्रहलाद दिनेश, तोटा रोहन नायडू, Udhikaran is not there. That's it, done. Name? Uddipa, Vedant Sangani, Yashwant Ravindranath Tota, विशाल पटालय, पवन मोहित,
कंप्यूटर साइंस अलेती शिवा साई वरुण, अनुष्का सिंह, बंडारू ऋतिक, अनिल कुमार टुरागा, दिव्या नैमिषा, लंकी हर्षवर्धन, गट्टगोनी नवनीत, हितेश रेड्डी, इंदु मादिरेड्डी, शशि प्रीतम, कृत्वी मित्तल, मेधा साहिथी, मिसुम अली खान, प्रीतम राज, लक्ष्मी प्रिया, Sai Kaushik, Sai Venkata Sriteja, Nalluri Ravi Teja, Narra Rovit Reddy, Nilagiri Harshit, Nimmaneni Satvik, Nitish Reddy, Pedireddy Jairam, Piyush Raj Pandey, Prakriti Singh, Rakshit, Ajay Reddy, Ritvik Raj, Rohan Russell, Lakshmi Datta Meghna, Sai Krishna, Sai Krishna Reddy, 2. Santosh Prithvi Meduri, Sri Sai Vishal, Subramania Vangara, Sudhindra Raghav Neela, Suprit Reddy Neela, Thummala Pavan Sai, Vamsi Verma, Varun Kumar Gon, you. Hi, how are you? Vatsavi, Nikhil Sai, Harshit, Hi. Hi. Vishwajanit, Saudamini, you are last in line, Sai Sri Pokala.
Let me know when it is. BTech in Civil Engineering 2018 batch, Abhiram Kishore Reddy Manda, Ashutosh Agrawal, Ayman Saqib Mohammed, Baddam Manvit Reddy, Charit Chaudhary Pachwa, Dhruti Kami Reddy, Indraneel Venkata Jaggarao Pila, Jaswant Sai, Kandula Sri Venkata Govind Subbarayudu, Kodali Rutwiz, Mukesh Avirneni, Mukesh Madim Setti, Prudvi Ponnam, Rutvik Reddy Kura, Sahiti Koduru, Sai Siddharth Salla, Sai Mohan Musunuru, Sampreet Karpa, Sami Reddy Sai Prasanna Reddy, Srija Reddy, Srikar Sai Reddy Bejawada, Sri Ram Boinpalli, Sudhir Reddy Gajjala, Vadla Chaitanya, Varala Bhavna Reddy, Vivek B, Yash Agrawal, Challa Bharat Reddy, Karthik Jimkala, Vamsi Krishna Pasupuleti,
18 batch. I'm presenting the 2018 Triple E batch. Alia Ahmed, Akhil Sai Kaza, Akhil Venkata Sanaskar Sai, Shashank Yadav, Chaitanya Kumar Reddy Talla, then Challa Monica, Darshana Peddu, Devendra Deshpande, Felix Alexander Vidyan, Felix Alexander Vidyan, Gogini Nikshipta, Jasim. Okay. Okay. इसके बाद जासिम नाम जासिम जासिम Kaushik afterwards Kaza Sai Venkata Dhanush. MAITHRI. Kaushik. Bhavya. Gunakar Reddy. Mahindra Reddy. Manoj Kumar. Nikhil Kumar Reddy. अच्छा Nitin Reddy Choka.